get out there, enjoy your day at the beach, and we'll see what we got. We got a little Springman and Twintel. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is a nice little beach day. Okay. Both got the choice of curving arms. Ooh, SNG busting out the Hydra instead of the Tri-Bolt instead of the glove. That's crazy. The double fire gloves. So far, able to really easily dance around Twintel's punches, but not her grabs. Not her grabs at all. And SNG, oh, what a burn of a rush. And now MrTable has his own already charged, locked, and loaded, ready to go. Thought he created an opening with that explosion, but with that fire, but he didn't. It just could not connect. MrTable still down on his health a good bit, though. SNG successfully dancing, showing he doesn't really need that rush. It just would have been kind of nice if it connected. Table looking for a really solid opening to get a rush of his own in, though. SNG has another charge and ready to go. There's that explosion into the grab to cinch up that round 1 win for SNG. We'll see if he can do it again and take that first point. Both starting out incredibly strong, having their rushes ready and waiting. Ooh. SNG showing that he can shield against a rush. Table as well. Both trade the same amount of chip damage into those rushes. Neither one really getting them off of each other. Fantastic. We love to see it. We hate when a match ends too early because of some good rushes. I just want to sit here and watch both of these players dance all over the stage, trading blows. SNG getting frozen, getting grabbed as he recovers. He wasn't even frozen at that point. SNG doing what he can to dodge being frozen and dodge the stun from there we go. Breaks the shield a little bit. SNG's brought down to just one tiny sliver of health, and one punch is all that took from Table. We are now tied 1-1 in that first round. So we'll see who comes up on top. SNG starting at an advantage with a full rush gauge. MrTable having minimal. We'll see how quickly SNG can go and pop it off and make something work with it. I feel like that's what's going to end up deciding this round, this matchup, is how effectively... Yep, there we go. There it is. SNG gets that rush to connect. Now he can start building up a new one. He really needs to get started with Table almost being done with his. SNG doing a really good job of just not letting Table stand, using the Tri-Bolt's explosions to just knock him down and down and down and down until Table lands that rush to finally get a little bit of health off of SNG, but it is still SNG's game to win or lose dramatically. SNG has a rush that he can use to, at this point, cinch up the game and secure that win. We'll see if he can use it and get it to connect, though. And there it is. It connects, and it's enough. It is enough. That 220 goes and secures that win for SNG, and we are 1-0 heading into round 2. All right, fellas, where are we dropping? SNG, what you banning, big man? All right, so we're banning the small stages. We're banning Via, Sparring Ring, and Buster. So it is Table's choice to take us to whatever big stage he wants. All excellent choices to really go and help block out the Twin Tail supremacy. Arm's fun fact of the night, number 5. SNG hates Twin Tail with a passion and thinks that she is a literal fascist. And that is the strongest language I am going to use all night. That is true. That is a fact. You can follow SNG on Twitter to see that every day of the week. We're going to Spring Stadium. This is a really good stage for Twin Tail. Really both characters in general. Hopefully Springman gets to have a little bit of a home field advantage, but this stage is really solid for Twin Tail to be able to bounce off of those trampolines and charge up that aura. Show us why Table is the resident Riz master, and hopefully come out on top with this first round. It's a really strong choice from Table, as we're already seeing. SNG trying to make a little bit of use from the trampoline, but it kind of backfires. He gets slammed onto it and gets that extra little bit of chip damage from being in the air. Table is not too thrilled about that last round, committing an all-out assault, and already has that rush built up. Goes against SNG, even though he already had that shield up. SNG comes out of it with permanently charged arms. Ooh, and Table is not allowing SNG to just bounce and enjoy being on his home stage. There will be none of that. Now, hopefully SNG can create enough of an opening with those explosions just like last time in order to pop that rush off and hopefully bring Table down to a little bit more of a reasonable level health-wise to even this match up. But he does now have to be on the defensive because Table can end this at any point with either one punch or that rush. I felt it coming. SNG just did not expect that. Did not expect that. I can't say I blame him. I would have expected a regular punch and then saving that rush into that beginning of the round myself. But now SNG does get to enjoy being in a bit of an advantage at the start of this round, already having his rush done. There we go. It is built up. He is ready to smack Table onto the trampoline, get that extra 20 chip damage, and come right back from that rough first round. We'll see if SNG can keep up the steam to continue building up that rush gauge. He is almost... He's already 3/4 of the way there. Very quick. Hasn't let Table have much room to breathe. But Table starting to see an opening to make a comeback. And there it is. There it is, just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we're heading into round 3. Both of them starting with their full rush gauge. We might end up seeing a round that's determined by who pops it first and who can build it up better afterwards. We will see. SNG is playing a little bit more of an avoidant game now. He's not using the trampolines nearly as much as he was in the first round. Overall, great call, but does not help him avoid that rush and that extra 20 chip from Table. No, sir. But there is SNG answering with his own, getting that 300 damage. Trying for that extra chip, and it just doesn't quite land. Just a little late on that throw. But now Table at the disadvantage in the round. Has a little bit more rush gauge to bring it back, but significantly less health. Just a couple more punches from SNG will do it to bring in round 2 in SNG's favor. But SNG getting back on the trampolines and Table punishing accordingly. Now has a full rush gauge. Table could easily hit that rush and bring this match back to where it's a little bit more neutral, or maybe even, yep, there it is. There's that rush. SNG gets a little bit of a hit from behind that shield. It breaks. Now he's down to 1 sliver of health. This is really going to come down to whether or not SNG can get that hit off of the rush. Ooh, one hit. And there it is. SNG pops the rush, Doesn't quite get it to connect, though. Just gets that extra worthless. And there it is. He gets that hit that he was needing. Gets the round and gets the win, bringing us to round 3. 2-0 in SNG's advantage. Whew. What a last 15 seconds in that round. Oh boy. SNG going back at the same stages. So we are not going to Via, Sparring Ring, or Buster Beach. But where's Table want to go? Spring Stadium was Table's choice last time. Will he run it back? No, he does not. He wants to take it to Temple. I think that's a really solid choice. A lot more of obstructions, a lot less room for SNG's Springman to play around in, and a whole lot easier to knock off a whole lot of health. SNG starting with the low ground disadvantage. Table immediately capitalizing and freezing him to where he can't move out of it too easily. Slowly, SNG getting out of the corner he was about to get backed into. Neither one really caring all that much about the pillars and actually trying to be a little bit more evasive. Both have fairly good curved arms, pretty even there. So knowing me, it would be really tempting to use those pillars like they are right now. But maybe not the best idea since either one can make effective use of them. SNG getting that rush off, actually popping it early to get that extra damage off of Table. We'll see if he can close it out and get that last little bit of health there off of Table for a quick round 1 win. Or if Table is going to throw him for a loop and hit him with a rush of his own. If he does, yep, there it is. And Table ends up getting that first round win. Now, the sides are a little bit swapped. Twin Tails starting down at the bottom, working her way up, though, to reverse the position on SNG. Now Table having a little bit of a high ground, but SNG popping that rush, getting shielded, and really just getting that little bit of chip damage there. Breaks it and gets a little bit of rush damage at the end, but not too much, not too crazy much. Playing a more defensive game while trying to size up what Table is up to, what he is going to hit him with as Table finishes building up that rush. Solid deflects, solid parries from SNG. Very good use of the shield to get out of that position and go a little bit more on the offensive against Table. Table still waiting for that rush. SNG now has his own built up. If SNG gets one more hit or is able to land that rush, we are going to see an SNG win, especially with how tilted the health bars are in SNG's favor right now. He just needs a couple more hits, but Table can always go and bring it back. It's starting to feel like SNG's maybe feeling a little too comfortable, but comfortable enough to end up securing the win and getting the round. We'll see if in round 3 who ends up advancing in bracket here, whether or not SNG can end up securing a win after taking that full rush to the face and getting his own in retaliation. MrTable has no advantage here. SNG does not care about that early rush. And there we go with a really solid grab, baiting Table into sending out both arms so that way that grab can get secured and thrown out with ease. Both being a little bit more defensive than they were previously. SNG now staying on the offense. There we go. And SNG gets that hit, doesn't even need that rush he completed, and wins round 3 in order to advance further into the loser's bracket to fight his old arch nemesis, Prince.